Spiritual Awakening, Uncovering Hidden Wisdom. Introduction. Have you ever sensed that something profound lies just beneath the surface of your everyday existence? A deeper truth waiting to be discovered? Throughout history, the most transformative wisdom has often been obscured, not because it wasn't real, but precisely because its power could liberate us from limiting beliefs. This isn't about religion or conspiracy. It's about awakening to timeless wisdom that has been buried beneath layers of distraction and societal conditioning. What follows are profound spiritual insights once common, knowledge among ancient civilizations, mystics and sages, wisdom about your soul, your purpose, your connection to the universe. I've organized these teachings into 8 essential themes, each representing a core aspect of spiritual experience. Each theme contains powerful truths that can elevate your consciousness and reconnect you with your higher self. If you felt called to something greater, if you sense there's more to life than meets the eye, then join me. The journey you're about to take may awaken something ancient and powerful within you. The nature of your soul. The most fundamental truth concerns the nature of your soul, who you truly are beyond physical form, beyond labels, beyond your societal identity. Your body is merely a vessel, a temporary vehicle for your soul's journey. Just as a driver is not the car they drive, your soul is the awareness behind your thoughts, the observer behind your emotions, the presence that witnesses everything unfolding. Your soul has existed across countless lifetimes, gathering wisdom through time and space. It entered this life with purpose. Even if that purpose remains unclear to your conscious mind, it calls you continuously toward growth, healing, and remembrance. Death is not an ending but a transition. The soul never dies, it simply moves to the next chapter in its eternal journey. Through every lifetime it evolves, sometimes through joy, sometimes through necessary pain. You are not here by accident. Your soul chose this specific life, this body, this family, this moment in history, because it contains the exact lessons and growth opportunities your soul sought to experience. The ego, that part of you clinging to identity and fear, is not your true self. It's merely a mask that helps you navigate the material world. Your soul is quiet, still, compassionate, and infinitely wise. It doesn't rush or panic, it simply knows. Intuition is your soul's voice. It speaks through gentle whispers, feelings, and subtle nudges that may defy logic yet feel deeply right. When you experience that deep inner knowing, that's your soul guiding you back to your path. Each soul arrives with a mission, not necessarily to change the entire world, but perhaps to learn love, heal ancestral wounds, raise conscious children, or break generational patterns. No mission is insignificant. Every act of soul growth elevates our collective consciousness. No matter how disconnected you sometimes feel, you're never truly alone. Your higher self remains present, watching, guiding, protecting, waiting for you to remember your true nature. Your soul knows no fear of failure because every experience serves its growth. Every mistake teaches. Every heartbreak transforms. Your soul holds no judgment. It only seeks your evolution and alignment with your authentic self. When life becomes confusing or things fall apart, remember, a deeper part of you already understands the bigger picture. All it asks is that you listen, trust, and follow that quiet voice within. Universal laws. Now let's explore the invisible framework, governing our universe, timeless, principles operating beyond culture, religion, or belief systems. Whether you're aware of them or not, these laws remain constantly at work like gravity. When you align with them, your entire life transforms. The law of vibration teaches that everything in existence is energy vibrating at specific frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, words, actions, and physical body. Joy, love, and gratitude create higher vibrations. Fear, anger, and shame create lower ones. You naturally attract experiences matching your vibrational state. Connected to this is the law of attraction. What you focus on expands. What receives your energy grows. When you dwell on lack, you attract more scarcity. When you focus on abundance and possibility, those qualities manifest in your reality. This isn't magic, it's energy aligning with its matching frequency. The law of cause and effect reminds us that nothing happens randomly. Every thought, word, and action creates ripples that eventually return, sometimes immediately, sometimes years later, but always in perfect timing. This isn't punishment but universal feedback, helping you understand how you create your reality. The law of correspondence states that your outer world mirrors your inner state. Your relationships reflect your beliefs about yourself. Your environment reflects your level of self-love. Transformation begins within, and the universe responds accordingly. The law of polarity reveals that everything has its opposite: light and dark, joy and sorrow, peace and chaos. These aren't enemies but complementary aspects of the same energy. Neither can exist without the other. When you feel lost in darkness, remember that light is never far away. The law of rhythm shows how life moves in natural cycles like nature's seasons. Your journey includes periods of rest, growth, harvest, and release. Resistance to these natural rhythms creates suffering. Flowing with them brings peace even during storms. The law of gender teaches that everything contains both masculine and feminine energies, not about biological sex, but about balance. Masculine energy is active, focused, and logical. Feminine energy is intuitive, nurturing, and creative. Honoring both within yourself activates your full potential. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy reveals that higher vibrations always transform lower ones. Love transforms fear. Light dissolves darkness. Consciousness elevates ignorance. By raising your own vibration, you influence the energy field around you. The law of divine oneness reminds us of our interconnection. There is no true separation. Your thoughts and actions affect the collective. What you do to others, you do to yourself. We are all expressions of the same infinite consciousness, experiencing itself through different forms. Finally, the law of detachment teaches the wisdom of surrender. Your role is to align with intention and then release attachment to specific outcomes. The universe often delivers in unexpected ways. Trust the timing, trust the process, and trust that what truly belongs in your life will find you. Now, the mind and perception. Your mind is not merely a thinking tool, but the filter through which you experience reality. Reality isn't what happens to you. It's how you interpret what happens. Your beliefs shape your world, not vice versa. If you believe you're inadequate, you'll find evidence everywhere, even when it's not true. If you believe in your capability and worthiness, those beliefs will shape your actions, feelings, and how the world responds to you. The mind can be your greatest ally or prison. Thoughts repeated daily create neural pathways that become beliefs, which then create your reality. Awareness of these thoughts is your first step toward freedom. Without consciousness, they control you invisibly. Most people aren't thinking original thoughts, they're repeating programming from childhood, society, and inherited fears. Thoughts like, I'm not enough, or I don't deserve love, aren't facts but conditioned patterns. You have the power to transform them. Perception determines everything. Two people can experience identical circumstances yet walk away with entirely different emotions. One sees failure, another sees growth. Events themselves are neutral. The meaning you assign creates your experience. The mind constantly creates stories to make sense of reality. Many of these narratives emerge from fear rather than truth. They tell you you're unsafe, others are judging you, or disaster is imminent. Unless challenged, these stories become your lived reality. Here's the miracle. You can choose your thoughts. You can rewrite your narrative. You can shift your perception. When you do, your entire life transforms accordingly. This isn't mere positive thinking, but conscious thinking, stepping out of automatic programming into awareness. Your subconscious mind holds tremendous power, running background patterns without judgment. It accepts whatever you repeatedly affirm. If you consistently affirm your worthiness, your subconscious will align with that truth. If you reinforce powerlessness, it accepts that too. Choose carefully what you feed your mind. Visualization is among the most powerful mental tools. When you imagine something clearly, feel it deeply, and believe in it as already real, your mind begins creating pathways to manifest it. Athletes, visionaries, and spiritual masters use this technique because the mind is fundamentally creative. Meditation allows you to step back from your thoughts, to observe them without identification or reaction. In that space of awareness, you realize you aren't your thoughts but the consciousness witnessing them. This realization changes everything. The question isn't what is real, but how are you choosing to see? Are you perceiving through fear or love, limitation or possibility? Perception isn't passive, it's a choice. Every day you choose what kind of world you experience. You are not a victim of your mind but its master. The moment you take responsibility for your perception is the moment you reclaim your power to shape your life from within. The heart and emotions. For too long, we've elevated the mind above the heart, logic above feeling, Yet ancient wisdom teaches that the heart isn't merely a physical organ but a spiritual center, a gateway to higher wisdom, connection, and truth. Your heart possesses its own intelligence. It perceives before your mind can explain, knows before logic can analyze. When your heart communicates, it speaks through silence, intuition, and energy, through love, compassion, joy, sorrow, empathy, and peace. Emotions aren't obstacles to overcome but messengers to honor. Many have learned to suppress feelings, to stay strong through numbness. But suppressed emotions don't disappear. They bury themselves deeper in your body, energy and behavior until manifesting as illness, anxiety, or disconnection. Emotions are literally energy in motion. When allowed to flow through you naturally, they release and transform, bringing clarity. When resisted, they become stagnant, creating pain and confusion. The key isn't avoiding feelings but meeting them with presence, asking what they're showing you. The heart speaks your soul's language most clearly. And that language is love. Not just romantic love but divine, universal love that recognizes your inherent wholeness. It sees beauty without conditions and forgives, not because it's easy, but because it liberates. Gratitude resonates at the heart's frequency. Genuine gratitude elevates your vibration, calms your nervous system, and expands perspective. Life becomes not something to endure, but something to celebrate. Each breath becomes a gift, each moment a doorway to presence. Forgiveness represents one of the most powerful spiritual acts available to your heart, not because others deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to anger feels like protection but functions as poison, keeping your heart imprisoned. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past but frees your future. Vulnerability, the courage to be authentically seen and to feel fully, isn't weakness but strength in a world that teaches emotional armor as safety. To say I am human, I feel deeply is revolutionary. Vulnerability reconnects you with your authentic self. Ancient mystics believed the heart contains the divine blueprint of your soul. When your heart remains open, you naturally align with your highest self, speaking with kindness, acting with purpose, loving fearlessly, and recognizing your connection to all beings. Your emotions offer sacred guidance, revealing what needs healing, release, or attention. As you listen without judgment, they reveal their wisdom. When heart and mind work together in harmony, you become whole. When you honor emotions rather than denying them, you reclaim your power. And when you lead with love instead of fear, you become a light in a world that desperately needs illumination. Your hidden history and suppressed wisdom for centuries, knowledge that could transform our lives, has been concealed, buried in ancient texts, lost to time, or deliberately erased. Yet these truths remain, waiting to be rediscovered. One profound secret is humanity's true history. The conventional narrative we're taught presents a limited, often manipulated perspective. The hidden history reveals advanced civilizations, possessing deep spiritual wisdom long before modern times. Ancient cultures, Egyptian, Mayan, Greek, Hindu, and others, understood principles that have been systematically suppressed. Knowledge connecting us to the universe, to divine consciousness, to our essential nature. This wisdom was erased by those seeking to control humanity by disconnecting us from our true potential. The ancients' understanding wasn't limited to monuments or science, but encompassed spiritual laws governing existence. They recognized the power of human consciousness, heart intelligence, and intentional creation. Ancient texts describe our interconnection, our participation in the cosmic dance, and how awakening lies within our own awareness. For centuries, this wisdom remained hidden through censorship or destruction. Sacred texts were lost in wars and fires or intentionally buried. Libraries of knowledge were destroyed. The teachings of enlightened masters were suppressed in service to control, power, and fear. This suppression profoundly affected humanity. We forgot our true nature, learning to depend on external authority rather than inner guidance. We were conditioned to believe ourselves small, insignificant, and separate from the universe. Yet the truth remains, we are powerful co-creators of reality, with access to infinite cosmic wisdom. Now, as collective consciousness awakens, this hidden knowledge resurfaces. Ancient texts are being rediscovered. Sacred teachings circulate freely once more. We're remembering our authentic nature as the veil of illusion lifts, revealing a world of boundless potential where we can reclaim our power, wisdom, and divine connection. This awakening transcends new information. It's about remembering truth that has always resided within us, reclaiming knowledge passed through generations, accessing the spiritual inheritance that is our birthright, and using it to create a better world. The journey to reclaim this wisdom requires courage, willingness to question everything. We've been taught and deep desire to reconnect with our essence, but it's worth undertaking. For when we reclaim this wisdom, we reclaim our power, and in reclaiming our power, we heal not only ourselves but our entire world. As we uncover these hidden truths, remember we aren't lost or broken, we're awakening to knowledge that has always existed within us. With this knowledge, we can transform our lives and world into something truly extraordinary. We're healing and energy. Healing transcends the absence of disease. It's the presence of balance, harmony, and vitality. It's energy flowing freely through body, mind, and spirit. It's recognizing ourselves as beings of energy, light, and vibration. True healing addresses root causes, not just symptoms. Illness, pain, and discomfort aren't random, but signals from our bodies and energy fields indicating misalignment. When we heed these messages and access our inner wisdom, healing begins. Energy constantly moves through us via pathways, channels, and meridians influenced by thoughts, emotions, environment, and actions. When this energy flows freely, we experience vibrance and connection. When blocked or stagnant, we experience illness, fatigue, and emotional imbalance. Healing restores this natural flow. Ancient healing methods like Reiki, acupuncture, and Qigong focus on channeling and balancing energy, teaching that our energy extends beyond physical boundaries into the surrounding world. Working consciously with this energy enables healing ourselves and others. Healing begins within through self-awareness and recognition of our creative power over our health. Taking responsibility for our energy, emotions, and mindset initiates transformation. Healing aligns body, mind, and spirit, releasing outdated patterns, wounds, and beliefs while opening to new possibilities. Forgiveness often initiates healing, not just forgiving others but ourselves. Many carry guilt, shame, and regret, heavy energies blocking healing and keeping us trapped in the past. When we forgive and release these emotions, we free our energy, creating space for healing. Self-care plays a crucial role, nurturing our bodies, nourishing our minds, uplifting our spirits. This isn't selfish but necessary, demonstrating self-love and respect. Self-care creates conditions for healing, raising our vibration and inviting positive energy. Energy healing teaches our interconnection. We constantly exchange energy through touch, words, and emotions influencing each other, protecting our energy, surrounding ourselves with positive influences, and creating supportive environments becomes essential for healing. The earth offers profound healing energy. Nature vibrates with life force, and connecting with it restores our energy and balances our systems. Walking barefoot on earth, breathing fresh air, and absorbing sunlight recharges our energy and facilitates deep healing. The more we align with our true nature and universal energy flow, the more complete our healing becomes. This journey isn't a destination but a continuous process of growth and transformation, of becoming whole again, remembering ourselves as beings of light capable of healing ourselves, others, and the world. We're supported by universal energy, Earth's love, and ancient wisdom. When we access this energy and open to healing, we align with divine life force and live harmoniously with our essence. There's life purpose and dharma. Each of us has a unique purpose, a divine calling, a reason for being here. This purpose emerges not from external sources but from within, from our soul, revealed when we're ready to listen and align with our true path. Life purpose transcends career or achievements. It's your soul's deeper calling, your contribution to the world, your gifts to share, lessons to learn, and legacy to leave. When aligned with this purpose, life flows more smoothly, bringing connection, fulfillment, and peace. Dharma, in many spiritual traditions, represents your true calling, your righteous path, the divine law guiding you toward your highest potential. Living in accordance with your dharma creates harmony with the universe and contributes to humanity's greater good. Dharma isn't about success or wealth, but living authentically with integrity, love, and compassion. Finding your purpose requires self-discovery, reflecting on your deepest desires, strengths, and passions, listening to intuition, and trusting synchronicities. The path isn't always clear or easy, but when you find your purpose, you find your authentic self. Begin by asking powerful questions. What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? What are you passionate about? When do you feel most fulfilled? These questions connect you with inner truth, the part of you that knows your purpose. Amid life's noise and others' expectations, quieting the mind reveals your soul's whispers guiding you toward your path. Living your dharma requires courage, stepping beyond comfort zones to follow your calling, being true to your unique gifts, and embracing challenges of authentic living. This may mean difficult choices, going against conventional wisdom, and trusting an uncertain path. When aligned with your dharma, you benefit not only yourself but the world. Your purpose integrates with collective consciousness. Each person's dharma contributes to the greater good. Living your calling inspires others, creating ripples of positive change throughout society. Remember that purpose isn't a fixed destination but a journey of continuous growth and evolution. Your specific purpose may evolve, but its essence remains, the thread guiding you toward becoming your best self. Living your purpose means living intentionally, waking each day with meaning and connection to something greater. It's knowing your life has significance, that every action aligned with your dharma creates ripples shaping the world. Regardless of its apparent scale, embrace your life purpose with an open heart. Trust you're exactly where you need to be. Follow your soul's calling, knowing that as you align with your dharma, you fulfill not only your mission, but contribute to humanity's collective awakening. Ascension in higher states. Ascension refers to rising to higher consciousness levels, not physical movement but spiritual growth, expanding awareness, perception, and divine connection. It's awakening to our true nature beyond body and mind as infinite beings of light, energy, and consciousness. Remembering our participation in the cosmic dance and universal flow, this process requires releasing outdated beliefs, patterns, and behaviors, letting go of fear, doubt, and separation while embracing love, unity, and oneness. This release may feel uncomfortable but creates space for new awareness and understanding. Higher consciousness states transcend ego limitations, offering pure awareness and being. In these states, we experience unity with all existence, transcending time and space boundaries while aligning with universal truth. These states arise naturally through universal harmony, not through effort. A profound aspect of ascension is heart expansion. Rising to higher states moves us beyond mental confines into heart-centered living, the seat of wisdom and love, our deepest divine connection, where we find authentic peace, joy, and compassion. Through the heart's perspective, we perceive interconnection and recognize divinity in everything. Ascension awakens higher faculties, intuition, inner wisdom, psychic abilities, and spiritual gifts. As consciousness elevates, these abilities activate. We perceive beyond physical reality, accessing subtle energies and receiving guidance from higher dimensions, our higher self and spiritual guides. These experiences, though initially overwhelming, facilitate navigation through higher consciousness realms. Ascension isn't merely individual but collective. As more people awaken to higher consciousness, we co-create a new reality based on love, compassion, and unity. Beyond personal enlightenment, it's about humanity's collective transformation, raising planetary vibration and creating a world of respect, peace, and recognition of our shared divinity. Remember that ascension isn't a final destination but ongoing evolution. Higher consciousness states are infinite, offering endless discovery. As we ascend, we access universal possibilities, exceeding imagined potential and embracing our spiritual fullness. This process reminds us we're not separate from the universe. We are the universe. Divine expressions, cosmic intelligence manifestations. In ascension, we align with this truth in our highest expression, experiencing life's fullness and living in divine harmony. Continue this ascension journey. Embrace higher consciousness. Live open-heartedly. Connect with inner wisdom. And remember, this journey serves not only personal transformation, but collective awakening, planetary healing, and consciousness evolution itself. Conclusion: these teachings aren't mere theories but keys unlocking deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe, the foundation of spiritual awakening, with potential to transform our lives beyond imagination. By embracing them, we access higher consciousness, deeper love, and stronger divine connection. These lessons, from soul nature to universal laws, mind power to emotional wisdom, hidden history to healing practices, reveal a profound truth. We're all interconnected, part of a cosmic tapestry where our thoughts, actions, And intentions shape not only our lives but others and the world itself. As we ascend to higher consciousness, we see through new eyes, understanding our existence's purpose and recognizing divinity within ourselves and others. This brings peace, empowerment, and responsibility, reminding us we co-create reality with power to align with highest truth and greatest good. Remember, the spiritual path requires patience, perseverance, and an open heart. Challenges, doubt, and disconnection will arise, but in these moments, trust the process and journey, knowing everything unfolds perfectly. As we continue seeking truth, healing, and growth, we step into a new reality where love, peace, and wisdom prevail. Take these lessons to heart, integrate them into daily life, and share them with others. The world awaits this awakening, and you're essential to this transformation. Embrace the unknown and long-hidden wisdom, remembering you're not alone. We walk together, guided by truth, love, and unity. May you continue growing in wisdom, love, and peace, always remembering the divine essence within you. Thank you for joining this journey of spiritual awakening.